Good morning all. I've officially arrived in Cradle Mountain. I didn't do any filming coming in here because I didn't want to. I've checked in to my dorm yesterday because for some reason it's cheaper to stay in a dorm than it is to camp at the Discovery Park here, which is weird. Today I am hiking Cradle Mountain. I'm starting off at Ronnie Creek and making my way up to, I think it's Crater Lakes, and then to Marion's Lookout, and then going up to the summit that way, and then coming down via like the huts. That's the way that the lady at the visitor centre told me to do it because it's a lot easier. So you can drive into the national park before 8 AM in summer, and you can also drive into the national park after 7 PM when the shuttle buses have stopped working. And then on your way out you have to follow a shuttle bus out for safety reasons, but anything between 8 and 7 PM you're not allowed to drive in. So I have come down here at about 6:30 ready to go and hike to the top of Cradle Mountain, and of course I've started off with the hard one first because why not? I'm expecting this hike to take me anywhere between 5 to 7 hours depending on how steep and how hard it is, but yeah, we'll see. I'll get back to you. We'll see. There are actually multiple routes which you can take in order to get to the Cradle Mountain summit. I opted for this route because it took me past places like Crater Falls, Crater Lakes and Marion's Lookout all in one day, which meant I was able to tick off quite a few things that I wanted to see without having to retrace my steps. This is also good if you only have a couple days in the national park and you want to see all of these attractions. The route leading up to the Crater Lakes was not hard at all. It had a little bit of an incline and some steps, but all in all it wasn't too bad. Once you get to Crater Lakes, it is absolutely gorgeous. The water is like a vibrant blue colour, especially when the sun's out. And there's also a little boat shed there, which is similar to the boat shed at Dove Lake, but it's obviously just not as famous. First of all, it's very windy where I am, but don't know why that is. Secondly, I'm pretty sure I'm at Crater Lakes already, which only took me about 40 minutes to get here, so it's definitely not the best time for here, but it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So stop and take a couple photos and then I'm going to continue on. The next section that I did was from Crater Lakes to Marion's Lookout. Now this section was a little bit more difficult than the first section I showed you. It did require a lot of ascending up steps and some kind of loose rocks. There is also a section where you will have to use the chain in order to get yourself up because it is quite steep. That section also does get really busy, so coming down it took me a lot longer to get down than it did to get up because you have to wait for one-way traffic and everything. It is definitely worth going to Marion's Lookout. It gives beautiful views over the Cradle Mountain National Park, and this would be a great place to stop if you don't really feel like summiting Cradle Mountain. Yeah, this is Marion's Lookout. It took me about an hour to get here from Ronnie Creek. It's pretty magnificent, I'm not gonna lie. You get quite good views over the valleys here, so you could just stop here if you didn't want to do anything else. The next section from Marion's Lookout to the Kitchen Hut is definitely the easiest section on this walking trail. It's pretty much all boardwalks and flat. You also do get incredible views towards Cradle Mountain, which is absolutely lovely. I was actually getting quite worried while walking this section because as you can see it was covered in clouds, and I was thinking, oh yes, I'm definitely not going to get any views up there. This is the Kitchen Hut and a quick little walk through. It's just a very basic hut. You can't actually stay here overnight, but it is for more weather protection and to have lunch. It is also a nice place just to take some photos, have a little bit of lunch and relax. So this is the Kitchen Hut. Here there are bathrooms as well. Also it's come out. That's epic. It looks steepish going up to the top, but all in all it doesn't actually look that bad. I also haven't seen anyone else on the trail, so might be the only one summiting at the moment. I'm assuming that's the bathrooms. They don't have toilet paper though, so you got to bring your own. I was told that, I know that. Anyway, let's go summit. Let's go do this.
Once you reach the kitchen hut, you would have started the hardest part of this hike. It is very, very steep leading up to the summit from the kitchen hut. So just make sure you have some sort of physical fitness, because it does get harder from there. Once you get to the summit trail, it is all pretty much rock scrambling around these really large boulders, as you are seeing now. You will need to have some sort of mobility and flexibility, because you will have moments where you'll need to actually lift your legs really high or pull yourself up in order to get around these large boulders. There are posts so for you to follow to the summit so you don't get lost. They are rather hard to see too, so just make sure you keep a lookout for where you're going when you're climbing. As you can see here, yeah, there is quite a bit which requires a little bit of finding your own trail and figuring out what's going to work best for you. It is very easy. Out of all the rock scrambles I've done, this is probably one of the easiest rock scrambling things I have done, but I do think you still need some form of fitness. Also, there is absolutely no shade up there, so make sure you slip, slop, slap and you wear a hat, because it does get hot.
We made it! Oh. Wow. The views up here are pretty cool. I really want to know what's in all those mountain ranges over there. And I want to know what that one is. Can you see them? Actually, what he is. Barn Bluff or Mount Owen. It's either Barn Bluff or Mount Owen. See, Mount Osa is the one, is Mount Osa? Yeah, is the one I want to do. But you have to walk like 60k to get to it. But I definitely want to do that. I also want to do Federation Peak one day, but I need to do a bit of rock climbing training with equipment first. It only took me 2.5 hours to get here. I feel like that's not right. It said 2.5 hours return just from the signpost where it says going up to the summit. Magically the wind stopped for me when I got up here. Got the perfect day. I've still got the long walk back, and I think you can see it over the top. So I reckon this whole hike's going to take me about 5 hours, give or take. Getting down from here is the part I'm a bit worried about, because there was some parts where I literally had to lift my leg up like here to get up. So that might have been the route I was taking, but if you can't lift your leg like up here, maybe this isn't for you.
I just spent a little bit of time admiring the views and having a wander around the summit, and made my way back down the same way I came up. I then walked back to Ronnie Creek car park via the horse track. I do recommend you walk back via this way, because it is quite flat and it is an easy walk, especially after all the climbing you would have done. You do also have a nice little stop off at the Crater Lakes Lookout, which is absolutely gorgeous. That's what you're seeing now. It's definitely worth just pulling off and having a look at here. And then I saw some little wombats at Ronnie Creek, which is one of the best places to see wombats in Tasmania.
Alright, so I'm back. I would rate that hike an easy to medium. The rock scrambling is probably the hardest bit of the whole hike, and it's just long. It's very long, but I will show you the route that I went on. I went from Rodney Creek, got here in the morning, yeah, overland track through Crater Falls to Crater Lake to Marion's Lookout, and then up to Kitchen Hut, and then to Cradle Mountain, and then down via the horse track. So can you see? That's the map. I would recommend that you go that route, just because it was very easy on the legs. Going down horse track, it would be a lot easier than going up. So yeah, definitely recommend you do that. But yeah, for now, I'm going to call it a day. I'll get back to you guys on the next vlog, where I'll be doing Hanson's Peak, and then the following vlog will be Dove Lake. As always guys, thanks for watching, and if you like my videos, make sure you click the like button and the subscribe button, and then I'll see you all in the next one.